Hello everyone. Trying to find a tutorial on how to do this earlier when I was searching online, but I couldn't find one that's for this exact thing. I don't know if it's because it's too simple or because people use other things to do this, but after I figured out how to do it, I decided to make my own tutorial about it, really, just maybe because it might help someone at some point. So this is how to make a question of a day chat command in Streamer.bot, or rather a random question generator, more or less. So I'll make it so that every time you type a command into chat, it comes up with a random question, and this can help with engaging your viewers in chat and things like that. And it's quite fun to do as well. So the first thing that we need is a text document that has a bunch of questions in it. So for me, I have this here. It's already saved in my case. The key when you're doing this is to have each question on a separate line, because that's how the command is going to read it. So it's going to look at each individual line and then come up with the answer based on that, or rather come up with the question based on that. So once you have this and you save it to a convenient location, we can then go to Streamer.bot. So once we're here, the first thing we need to do is to create an action. I have one of mine already set up here, but we'll create a new one for this tutorial. So all you have to do is go on the Actions tab, right-click and Add. And then here we can name it whatever we want. So for this example, I'm just going to go with question. If you want to add it to a group, you can either select one that you have already, or if you want to make your own group, you can just type it in there and that will come up. For me, I'll just put it in chat commands, mainly because I want to have it a bit organized. It won't be too organized, but then again, that's just me. Okay, so once you click OK, we have the command right here, but it doesn't really do anything at the moment. So what we then need to do is we need to go to the Sub-Actions tab, right-click, Add Sub-Action. So this is where all the magic happens, essentially. The first thing that we need to do is point it to the file where we have all our questions. So go to File, and then Read Random Line from File. And then here, if you click on the three dots, you might have to navigate to it. I already have mine here. So if we click Open on this one, and then click OK, that's just going to know how to read, or rather what file to read. For the next step. So that's one thing. Another thing that I like to do, and this is quite optional, if you go in Sub-Actions, Add Sub-Actions, and then under Logic, and then click on Set Argument, we can give this variable a name. So I'm just going to type in question, and then the value is %, random line with a capital L, and then % again. So this is all the variables in Streamer.bot have this % at the beginning and the end. So click on that. So that's just going to take the random line variable that it's pulling from your text document, and it's going to rename it as question. Notice that I didn't use the % when I was setting it, but these are put automatically in there after you do it. That's that bit done. The last thing that we need to do is to tell it to send the question to Twitch chat. So right-click again, add sub-action, go to Twitch, and we're going to go to Send Message to Channel. And here you can type pretty much whatever you want. So I'm just going to put a question of the day, and then you want to call on the variable. So whichever way you're writing this, where you want the question to be, you put %. In my case, it's question, because that's what I named the variable, and then % again. And here where it says preferred account, mine is on bot, but if you don't have a bot set up in Streamer.bot, you can just click on it will default to broadcaster. So this is just what account is gonna type it in chat. Okay, so that's all it is to it. So that's the action all done. And the last step that we need to do is to call on it, so to have the actual command to do it. So if we go from Actions, if we go to Command, and then click Add, and then here, let's type in, so all commands have the exclamation mark at the beginning. So let's say exclamation mark question, and then here, you want to go on the Action button, and then scroll down to where your question is. So mine is this one, question. And then click OK. So that's it. That's all sorted, set up. It is enabled, so that's absolutely fine. So now we just need to test this. I have my chat program over here. So what we need to do is ! question, and then comes up with a question. If I do this again, it's going to come up with a different question. So this is the basics of it. You can add delays to it if you want people to not be able to redeem this more than once an hour or once a half an hour or whatever. There's other things that we can do with it, I'm sure, but this is just the basic of how to get a more or less a question of the day or random question, whichever way you want to call it. So I hope you find someone somewhere finds this useful. Thank you for watching, and have a good stream the next time you're on it.